Hi everyone. Today I decided to take a video of some of the fruit in the garden, especially fruit that's almost ready to pick, just like this Tamarillo here, the tree tomato, commonly found in New Zealand. And as you guys can see, it's quite close to being ripe. So quite a lot of them this year, and they taste even sweeter than they did last year. So that's the Tamarillo, subtropical. Here we have the Goldfinger Banana, which is about a month now since it blossomed. Got a good amount of fruit on there, growing well in its first month. So we'll be harvesting these probably around Christmas time, December 2014. So that's one bunch there, and I'll show you the other bunch that's ready to pop out once the flower has opened. Up here we have the Puri banana, which has given us fruit twice already last year. This is the third time from the Puri, and the blossom is ready to open in the next few days, and that'll be our second bunch of bananas for 2014. This particular banana is, wow, what seems like 6 meters in height. So it's about 2 meters there, 4 meters there, and then 5 meters just where the fruit is. So another meter for the leaves. So 5 to 6 meters high. Here's the fuyu persimmon starting to ripen, and that'll be ready to pick in about a month, end of April. Now it's middle of March, so we have quite a few of them coming in about a month. This is the non-astringent variety. Not a bad crop this year. Hopefully we'll get a lot more next year. That's the persimmon fuyu variety. This is the astringent variety of persimmon, Hachiya, or as we call it in Australia, the nightingale. I only got this a month ago. It's a young tree that I have in a pot, and it came with a fruit. So we'll see how we go with the first astringent fruit. Here we have a dwarf variety of the fuyu, and it's also ripening, actually ripening a little sooner than the first fuyu I showed you before. And this is only a small tree. I think it only grows to about 2.5 meters, and the name of it, sometimes I forget the name, is Gyro or Gyro dwarf. But even though the tree is small, the fruit is full-sized. This is a quince tree. that I've had for about 5 years, and only this year has it given large fruit. Previous years the fruit was quite average. This year they're quite big. So I'm holding one here, and it's got a lot more than any other year. This is a nice one. Check that out. Really big, even bigger than an apple, bigger than a pear. And this particular fruit is an ancient fruit that has been forgotten by many, and it's the only fruit that I have in the garden that you can't eat without cooking it. So this is a one-off, the Quince Tree, which is usually made into a jam or a marmalade. So this one has to be cooked. Being in Melbourne means plenty of cold weather fruit, like these apples. This is Jonathan, and every year there's an abundance of fruit. So pretty trustworthy bearer, prolific, the apple tree. This is the other main variety of apple, the Granny Smith, and they're pretty much ready to go as well. Loads of them, and once again reliably bearing fruit in abundance every year. Good old apples. This is the kiwi fruit, and as you guys can see, it looks exactly like what you get at the supermarket, except this is the real deal, hanging off the vine. This grows on a vine, it's on a tree. And this year the crop has been pretty average. Usually I get a lot more, maybe about 30 or 40 fruit this year. And yeah, this is one of the late autumn crops. So end of May, early June, early winter, we get to pick them off the vine. That's the kiwi fruit. Here we go once again, some more fruit. This is Navel Orange, and as you guys can see, even at the end of summer or through summer we have oranges, making it possible to have oranges all year round. It's a great holder of oranges, and these oranges have been on the tree now for 7 months, and as you can see, some of them are more orange than the others. Very sweet, very juicy oranges all year round in a temperate climate. Hi again. This is a mango. So this is a Keat mango, K-E-I-T-T, almost ready to pick here in Melbourne. Yep, Melbourne. It's a full-size mango that's successfully grown in a pot, a young plant, barely a year or two old, and I'm very happy about this. The best mango I've grown so far in 4 years that I've been trying to grow mango. Even better than the Kensington Pride, which dropped all its flowers this year and didn't produce any fruit. But this new Keat, which I got just before Christmas, has already produced a full-size mango. So a good success. Once again, back to the cold weather fruit. These are pears that are ready to harvest. They're basically falling off the tree. I'm letting them just drop and I'm picking them up before the birds do. So this is a double grafted pear tree, the green and brown pear, and always high quality. And here is the green side of the double grafted pear tree. So these are coming up to the last ones for the season. A good bearer for the cold weather climates. And now back to the subtropics. As you guys can see, it's quite easy in temperate climate Melbourne to grow not only temperate climate fruit such as apples and pears and kiwi, but also tropical such as the mango I showed earlier. And here you're looking at some guava. These are pineapple guava, also known as feijoa or feijoa, depending on pronouncing the J or not. And this is a prolific bearer here in the garden. These are ready in early winter, around June. And another 2 months before these are ready to be picked. And it's just loaded. Very hard to spot as they're the same color. The fruit is the same color as the leaves. But it's absolutely jam-packed. Hundreds of pineapple guava. This can be grown as a tree or a shrub. And this here is a citrus tree again. Not an orange tree, but a cross between grapefruit and mandarin. And they call this one Tangelo. And the Tangelo is a little tart, a little sweet. It's a mix between flavors, and it's a good favorite to have in the garden. And this year has been by far its best crop of all. So I'm quite thrilled about this Tangelo. And once again, some more citrus. These are the Tahitian Lime, which bear almost all year round, mainly in winter and spring. But this year, it's loaded for autumn. So plenty of lime this year from the Tahitian lime tree. Once again, another lime tree. This is a recent acquisition, which we just had to have, as we love limes that much. And this is the key lime, and they're still quite small, coming along. And this one is gonna complement the Tahitian lime tree, as the Tahitian occasionally has no limes on it for a couple of months. So this will ensure that we have a year-round supply of limes for all our culinary needs. So in Australia, the key lime is known as the West Indian lime. This is a pomelo tree, a young pomelo tree with 3 fruit, and this is the yellow variety of pomelo. So it's looking a little yellowish. Didn't get much rain this summer, but the fruit, of course, is magnificent, growing perfectly. Here's the red pomelo. So I have 3 pomelos altogether. The yellow, this red one here, Carter's red, and another one that doesn't have any fruit on it yet. It's still very young. And this one here is coming along really nice. This one's in a pot. This is the lemon tree that's been here for quite a few years now, It was already fully established when I bought the property. So this is the only one of 2 fruit trees which I didn't plant. And this is an extremely heavy bearer. It's probably about a 20 plus year old tree. And well, what can I say? It's just a wonderful lemon tree. And I believe it's the Lisbon, if I'm not wrong.